Hisham Abu Asghar, sustain, arena structure. Brief, 8 out of 10. Conceive, 14 out of 15. Test, 34 out of 40. Judge, 10 out of 15. Instruct, 15 out of 20. Total, 72 out of 100. Correction, total 81 out of 100. Feedback for student. The report was 1 page over the 23-page limit. Other members of the team with their roles and responsibilities were included in the introduction. There was a good overview but no justification for the functional areas and absolute and relative sizes. Sustainable development was confined to general provisions, green roof and minimum weight. The architectural layout, apart from the general section, not elevation, gave no explanation of the aesthetic intentions or the theme of the report. Even though this was part of another responsibility of another member of the team, some summary of this should have been included. As it is, the sketches don't convey very much. The stacked view details were at too small a scale for clear understanding of usage. No indication was given of how spectators would be circulated or means of escape would be provided. There appeared to be no lifts for maintenance and installation of equipment or for mobility impaired persons' access. In the cross-section of the stands, no sight lines were indicated. Therefore, it was not clear that how the spectators, particularly those just above the first bank, will be able to see everything that was going on in the stadium. The basis of design was comprehensive, but no justification was given for the loading parameters except for reference to other reports. Some summary should have been provided. What of the connection details and loading points on the structure? Some indications given of some attention was paid to the matter of vibration, but no indication of what the causes of this vibration will be and how the input parameters determined. It was nevertheless good that these were mentioned at all. Typical roof of commercial area and seating beams. It was not indicated what these were meant to indicate, other than just their general form. What of sizes, design parameters, etc. A very comprehensive wind load analysis was carried out. Durability was dealt with, but a program of repainting every 8 to 12 months is not reasonable or practical for a building of this type. It's very expensive and time consuming. Maintenance of the structure was reasonably covered, particularly matters of access. Structural details for support drainage should have been included, at least as a sketch, even though this was the responsibility of other members of the team. Structural articulation details of the ground floor slab and the service trenches was very poorly covered. But the design development of the structural form of the roof was well covered. The selection of an I section for the top and bottom chords of the truss not explained, but were comprehensively designed. A universal column section might have been a better choice of open section rolled steel section and maybe tubes would have been tubes either in the form of rectangular hollow sections or circular hollow sections would have been better still. Typical type connection details were provided, but no substantive design calculations, mainly for the connections. It was unclear how the diagonals of the main trusses were attached to the orthogonal corner columns, particularly the bottom chord. No detail was given of how the bottom chord and the inclined shear ties and struts were connected, or were details provided of construction joints. In general, there was a shortage of structural details, including fixings for lights, roof and cladding structure, and complex joints. Even though this was not the work of the structural designer, the inclusion of the construction chart, of the construction sequence, was a good item. Stop.